Yeah. Well, we got out of there. We had to go through the window, and we got out. Mark was bleeding very badly from a cut on the head and one in his arm, and there was a young father there that took a slip off of his daughter and gave it to me to hold on Mark's head to try to stop the blood flow. It didn't work, and we got out to where the car was, and we couldn't move it, and a young man pulled up in a Volkswagen and put all 5 of us in that Volkswagen. I don't know how we fit, but we all got in there and got over to the hospital.
And Mark, tell us your story real quick.
Okay, which one? Okay, what happened was, you remember that computerized tornado and twister. The real thing is nothing like it. I happened to be watching it approach. It looked like birds flying around, and then the winds just blew the dirt against the window. And the guy said, everyone lay down. Unfortunately, curiosity got the better of me, and a few seconds of carelessness made me the sort of the unofficial poster child of the tornado. Put us both in Life magazine. And that's what I'd really like to stress. When he says get down, get down.
Duck, right?
Duck.
Duck. Listen to the weather people once in a while, right? And we have some more stories, Evelyn.
Yes.
Tell us.
We lived at 2409 High, and I had 2 daughters, one 14, 15, and I was mending in the bedroom and had the TV on, and the man said, take cover. We live in the west part of town, and there was a 4-foot crawl space.
Is this your house here we're looking at?
Yes, this was the south, and this car landed on the north.
Oh my goodness.
And anyway, we got under the house and took this little board out and let ourselves down. This is the kitchen, what's left of it. And
did somebody say something to you after the tornado?
yes, my husband came home and he said, what the hell are you crying for? He said, you're okay, aren't you?
You're okay. You made it through okay. I'm glad you did. And we also have perhaps representing one of the youngest people to survive the tornado. How old were you?
I was 3 and a half. I was 3 and a half. And I remember going out before the tornado and remembering that it was really calm and how my dad said it was really eerie outside. And then a short time later, I remember just a lot of commotion and my dad going out the back door and my mom going upstairs to get my older brother. And I went out on the front porch and was holding onto the railing, looking up and seeing stuff flying around in the air. And I remember feeling like somebody was using a vacuum cleaner to suck out my breath and just screaming with the sirens. And then I remember my dad coming around the side of the house, you know, hollering me, Carolee, get in here, get in here. And we went around back to the scare hole, which was back behind the house, and it actually was a hole in the ground.
And there's where you guys went.
Yes.
Okay. You can tell that these stories go deep because you're still a little bit upset about this, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Topeka really went through something 30 years ago, and we have a lot more stories to tell you. We're thinking back 30 years. Stay tuned.
When Kansas storms damage your roof, call Vincent Roofing in Topeka. Whether it's flat roofing for commercial needs or shingles for your residence, Vincent Roofing can do it all. You expect knowledgeable, trained professionals to advise you of your roof problems and needs, and that's exactly what Vincent Roofing has provided Northeast Kansans for more than 50 years. When we put our name behind the work we do for you, we do it with pride. Not in just the product or service, but in having you as a customer. For all your roofing needs, call Vincent Roofing at 233-9603. Vincent Roofing, where trust is a tradition.
At the Prudential, we know that inspiration can strike at any time, and that the best results come from the best laid plans. You need to have the right tools and know how to use them. You need an eye for detail. And maybe most important of all, you need to know when to call in a pro.
Take a minute to call David Hauser at 266-5608 and build your future on the rock.
A cellular phone? I just don't think I can afford the monthly rate. Yeah, but I know a simple 2-minute phone call to my wife will cost me a fortune. 10 cents a minute? When? In the middle of the night? That's a dime anytime.
Cellular One's Dime Anytime plan. The best cellular plan in town, guaranteed. Call 273-1234. Cellular One. Life is easier with one.
Welcome back to Tornado Watch 201, and we're going to be talking about emergency preparedness. And look who I have, the Director of Emergency Preparedness here in Shawnee County, Gary Milton. How you doing?
It's nice to be here, Bill.
Well, I'll tell you, compare 1966 to 1996. What a difference in preparedness, huh?
It's a big difference. We have a lot more to work with these days than what we did in 1966. And we've learned a lot from our experiences in 1966, as well as other disasters that occur throughout the United States.
And the difference in tornado sirens. You and I were talking the other day, what a big difference in the number from 30 years ago.
That's right. In 1966, we had 13 sirens. Now we have 67 sirens in the Topeka and Shawnee County area, 13 of which, or 14 of which are battery-operated sirens, the latest technology. So that allows us to activate the sirens in case power is out. But we also have a lot of other warning systems now available to us, as you're probably aware of, Bill. We have the system that we use for the hearing impaired, which, of course, sirens can't alert them. So we've developed a system to notify them day or night when something is occurring. We also have the cable override system so that those people who are watching HBO or other cable...
You mean people watch other channels besides Channel 27?
Occasionally, I'm sure.
Okay, I just want to make
occasionally.
But occasionally. So
but,
we're well prepared.
We can notify them and let them know to turn to 27 and watch for further weather updates. Of course, the NOAA weather radio is available. And
the thing that goes off in the middle of the night, right?
That's right.
That's right.
And also we have a tone-encoded system that goes to all the schools, many of the businesses.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. We'll talk more about this in future shows. And we have Tom and Darlene. Fraser, you guys have a story, don't you?
Yes. 30 years ago, our children was very young, and I was teaching Bible school that morning and had planned to go get a haircut after but we had a little girl that didn't have a way home, and so I changed my haircut appointment till evening, went to take her home, and went on home. And as you know, the day progressed, not thinking there was a storm. So I had planned to go that evening at 7. We left at 7, and needless to say, our clock stopped at 7:20, what was left of our home anyway. And I think Tom's going to take over here.
Well, actually, this covers after we got into our home, which is probably about 11 or midnight or so after we got the gas turned off and so forth. Of course, in the debris, once we got in, we could sort of hear this whimpering. And we never really thought about our pet dachshund surviving the storm, you know. But we went to the kitchen, and we had a stove with the drawer pulled out. And here was our pet dachshund with its head sticking out of one side and its tail out the other side.
As only a dachshund could do, right?
Right.
And he was okay.
And we lifted the stove up, pulled the dachshund out, scared to death, of course, but...
dog was okay.
Well.
Okay.
We live near Washburn, 21st from Washburn.
And that was obviously a place that got hit pretty hard. And we have Carla over here. How you doing?
Fine.
And you've got a quick story for us, huh?
Yes, I just had got home from work and was getting ready to go to prayer meeting. I did not have the radio or television even one on. And my neighbor came over and said, could we go to your basement? There's a tornado coming. And she had 5 little children, and immediately we went to the basement, and I moved a large table over by the big freezer that I had, which was not at the southwest corner. It was on the east side of the house, which had a stairway down, and there was 2 different times that it struck. One time the glass and the noise was terrible. The next time it just took the breath out of all of us.
So not only once, but you got it twice.
That's right. Okay. And we looked up and the sky was there.
And there you are.
Oh.
Well, you can see we've had a lot of people here tell us their stories. Some of them were kind of bad. But we don't want to forget the folks that didn't make the tornado of 1966. So in memory of them, here are their names. Thank you for watching.
It's Go Forth 96, the 14th annual.